Okay. Uh, okay. So today I'm going to be working on this. Let me see if I am actually streaming here. It seems so. Okay. I was watching a couple of videos about value. One from Kevin Samuels, I think it's called. He talks a lot about value in people, and I am. Uh, there are some. He talks a lot about women, but I'm more interested when he's talking about the value in men. And this happens to be one of those videos. Another one that I was about to watch is, Uncle Bob, Bob Martins. He's the author of the Clean Code book that I happened to read years ago, more than a decade ago, I think. I actually value his opinion a lot because he's been one of the classic men that had been pushing software development philosophy as it should be and how it actually works. Not many people tend to listen to him because he's a classic guy, and classic guys basically understand that you need to pay a price you need to pay for the price basically. You want to get something, it's going to take some effort, time, and even money. And in the case of software development, it's going to require you to actually think what you're doing, and not just the code itself, but the way you are actually building the thing, how you are thinking to solve an issue. So the idea is that it's not just enough for the code to run; it should be built in an ethical manner. But more, I can talk about that for hours, and he has talking about that for hours at a time. So I'm not going to delve into that. I'm going to watch this one later. I haven't watched that one. Um, I wonder if I already posted on social media. I think LinkedIn. I already posted in there. I don't remember Twitter. 6 minutes ago, I think I did. There we go. Okay. So, what are we gonna do today? Today, or may I say yesterday? What did we completed yesterday? This ticket over here. Let's recap. Basically, I refactored a lot of static web pages into Node.js endpoints. In the afternoon, my wife joined me, and I get her to speed with all of this. You know, And basically, I am running this website near to completion from its original inception in 2020, like a year ago. And it's going to be running on a Node.js instance, basically, in a Node.js, as a Node.js app, basically. Let's run the project right now. I should be downloading the hyper, but let's just run the web server. So this is the project folder, and let's run the server. There we go. So this is the website. It's been running entirely on Node.js. It does have responsive design, as you can see here. It runs as a phone app. You can see it here with a hamburger menu. It looks pretty good in my opinion. Not all endpoints are finished. I wonder why that is. Let me go back. This one here should be done, I believe. I wonder why it's not running properly. Okay, let's debug that one. This should be running. Oh wait, no, never mind. I don't have it yet because my wife did that, and she already did a merge request. She approved the merge request yesterday. She completed the merge into the develop branch, but I never got it. So yes, let's see about that. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. Let's clear the screen. Make this a little bigger, maybe. There we go. I guess you can see that clearly. I wonder if this has no, never mind. Yeah, I need a way better terminal app. This is not bad, and the important things are here. You know, the current working directory and the name of the branch, which are the main is the main information I require. But things like a tab system is not there. So I use Hyper, but since this wasn't supposed to be my main computer at the time, because I've been working with company provided laptops, so this is not supposed to be a development computer. So a lot of software that I use on the job, I haven't installed it yet, so maybe I'm going to install it later. But right now, let's check out to the develop branch. There we go. And let's pull all the changes from there. There we go. And I see a lot of all the work that was done yesterday is here now. And now let's start the server again. And I should be able to see this one. There we go. So the work that my wife did, I didn't got it yet. So now I do have it. So I guess that I don't have the need to keep the other branch. Let's delete that one then. I think it's called feature partial navigation. There we go. So I don't need it because and I didn't commit that. I didn't merge. It doesn't matter because the merge request is no longer there. Yesterday, my wife finished the job and she completed the merge into develop, and now I do have everything. So now I'm going to create a new branch here for the job to be done. But first, a quick recap. That's what I was doing here. So basically, we oh wait, the server is not running. There we go. There we go. So basically, we refactored everything yesterday like this. All the endpoints are seems to be working. And while we were testing, some links were not working properly, so we fixed them. on the view. Everything seems to be working pretty nice. While we were testing these links down here, manual testing, which I don't really recommend, but I'm doing it anyway, because it's a very small website. This is not a 1,000 page website anyway. You see, this works. This link over here currently points to a Google Maps link. So it is my job today one of the tickets for today is to remove this link and replace it with an actual view of the map of the company. Let's see. No, I think it's called mapa because it's in Spanish. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to be replacing that link with this, and that should be the quickest one because the view is already refactored from yesterday. So I'm going to replace that link. I guess I should do that first. There we go, in progress. I'm going to sign that to myself. Just a simple description of what I'm going to be doing today. And the checklist is going to, I don't think I'm going to need a checklist here, but I'm going to create, as always, a new branch, and I'm going to create a merge request, and I'm going to be updating the merge request with all the job to be done. So let's do just that. I guess I can minimize this window here. Can I do another one? There we go. Yes. Because I may like to keep the server running anyway. Oh, what? There is a Git something? That's weird. Oh, wait, I am in the root folder. That's weird. I guess it's running from somewhere else. Well, never mind. There we go. Now I am actually running where I am supposed to be running. Okay, let's see. Let's get into it. I should rename this folder in the future, maybe to GitLab or something like that. Or maybe just move everything to Git, because I do use several different services like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, so forth. And those are the main ones. Never mind. Okay. I am currently sitting on the develop branch. I'm going to create a new branch. Let's clear the screen. Let's create a new branch with the B option. And I wonder what I'm going to be naming this. Mapa in footer seems to be just right. Okay, let's do that. Why not? We start with the feature dash naming convention, and then the actual name of the branch will be mapa to footer. That will be just fine. There we go. This is a temporary branch. As you see, we delete all of these feature branches in the end after we merge them into the develop branch as a squash commit. Okay, now, okay, I am sitting here. And as you can see here, I am sitting on, let me, maybe this can show you the Git log properly. There we go. As you can see here, I'm jumping up and down, up and down, up and down from this, from the develop branch. And right now I am sitting up here on my local, and origin develop is sitting on the same place, and it's going to be there for quite some time. I'm going to create a new point in time, a new merge request, let's say. I'm going to try to push this unchanged branch. And the purpose of this is to get this command here because it's not going to allow me. This command is needed in order to actually create the merge request on GitLab side. I'm going to create, and I'm very lazy, as you can see. And now the merge request has been created, and it's here. It's going to be a draft. I'm not going to be drafting this. I'm going to delete the draft part there, and if I delete that one, it's going to prevent the merge request that is work in progress from being merged before it's ready. I guess. It's fine. It's fine. Just going to do it like that. I can use this very same text here to write a description for this. And I'm going to assign myself to it. My wife is going to be reviewing it. Okay, everything says fine. There are no commits yet, so that's fine. It's okay. There we go. And that's basically all I have to do on the GitHub lab, on the GitLab side. Okay. This seems to be a pretty simple ticket, so I'm going to be working on that now. And there we go. I'm working on a new branch, so I don't have the fear of messing up and not getting back to the save point, let's say. Okay. I am recording here? I think so. Okay. Okay, what is code? There we go. So, Visual Studio Code, what are we going to do today? Well, I'm going to be working with the views today. Front-end job, you know. I envy front-end developers because they can actually watch what the code is actually doing because it's very visual, you know. You can actually see it. Let's open footer. And this is actually this is the link that I want to replace. And since the footer is actually a partial, whatever change I do here, and the only thing I'm going to do, I think, is make a call to the mapa endpoint like that. And that should be enough, I guess. Is that it? I think it is. Okay, let's go to the footer and run it. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay, that was a very short-lived merge request, I guess. Okay. Maybe this wasn't deserving of an entire ticket just for that one, so my bad, I guess. It took me more time to create the environment to develop that one. rather than just doing the thing. But yeah, I would have done all of this anyway, just to keep the commit history clean. I'm not a fan of making a clutter for the develop branch. Okay, let's use Visual Studio Code here. There we go. And I always copy the relative path to the file in order to inform my future self about in the same commit message to let me know in the future what file I am actually modifying here or updating. I guess that should be it. Now, the advantages of using partials instead of general layouts is that once I modify this partial here, I don't touch anything else on any other page, and in the same sense, I get to see the same effect on any other page. For example, here, I do have access to the same, and another page, this one here, is the same. Why? Because all of this footer section here basically is being managed by a single partial file. So if I modify that file, everybody else is going to get the change that I want. So I guess it's done. In my side, I need to obviously let GitLab know that I am in the future. For example, here, let me zoom out in order for you to see the graph properly. So I do have this commit here. Here is where I am right now. And develop is behind here, as well as the actual remote branch is behind one commit. So let's fix that one and maybe include this as a merge and whatever else, you know. I'm going to do a Git push. Now the remote does have the information here, and I don't think I'm going to be doing anything else. So I'm going to approve, and since I only have one commit, it's not going to squash anything. Okay, let's just merge into the develop branch. What is the somewhere there we go here? It's going to merge into the develop branch. This was a very simple. There we go. My recovery settings. What is that? Two-factor authentication. Yeah, why not? I'm going to do this. I do have some time. Wow, there is a. I don't have a Salesforce account yet because I'm more like a backend developer. But maybe in the future I'm going to have one. I do have a Bitbucket account, or may I say an Atlassian account now. Atlassian got Trello too now, so basically they are buying. They are basically the Microsoft of the 2020s. You know, they are buying their competitors in order to get their products for themselves. So basically, I am working with Atlassian right now, although this is Trello. You know, I weird, but I grew up in the Microsoft days when Microsoft in the 90s was pretty much this way. Ever expanding, getting their hands on everything, and trying to impose their products, although their products didn't actually were high quality. Let's say Internet Explorer is the most infamous one in the software realm. Um, and recently, I noticed that their most successful product, Windows XP, was actually Linux, a modified Linux version. So basically, they didn't build that one from scratch. They basically reuse a Linux distribution. Maybe I'm not too sure about that, but that's basically what it was found. I think maybe I should look for a YouTube video about that, but I don't care right now. Okay, so that's done, and now I think this is going to take some time. Let me see. On my side, I don't think that's going to do anything. Yeah, but this will. Okay, it's already done. And now I do have the remote develop branch and my local develop branch on the same point. And I just merge a new feature into develop. And that's basically how I'm going to be working in the future, obviously. You can see that there are very few commits on the develop branch, and I like it this way. And most of these commits are basically merged from other development branch, from other features. And I get to see what work was done, stuff like that. The actual commit history is very well explained on GitLab side. So basically, if somebody wants to see what really happened, I would recommend that person to take a look into the history of the. There we go. Because you can watch into the branch itself, but if you review the history, you are actually going to see the individual commits that actually belong to those merge requests. There we go. That's the change that I just did. I deleted this line and replaced it with this one. It looks cleaner, obviously, in this case. But never mind. Let's move on. Now, the next ticket is migrate from Bootstrap from Bootstrap 4.4. I think it's those one. I'm not too sure about that. Let me take a look. That's the footer. Oh, this is a partial. Let's check out index. No, you know what? Let's check out head. What? Yeah, okay. And here, there we go. The Bootstrap CSS. This content delivery network is being used here. And this is the actual version of Bootstrap 4.1. Okay. And I ignore, but let's find out what version of Bootstrap is current. And it seems like this is the current version. Let's see. This is the quick start. Yes, it seems like the delivery network is using a different link for their own code now with an intelligent. Oh, this is a more dynamic thing now. Okay, I'm sending extra parameters, I guess. So it's basically a content delivery network with extra steps. Okay, I don't know what these parameters are used on. Never mind. Okay. Okay, I need to copy and paste the style sheet. Well, this is the actual work, reading. But here I want the actual version, so I'm going to copy that. And I'm not going to be distracted. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the red. There we go. So that's the basic description, something very generic. Okay. A recommendation from my wife was to create a partial just for the Bootstrap stuff. And I wonder if that's going to be a good idea. Probably is. So I'm going to. I do actually value not the opinion of my wife, but the opinion of the front end developer, because he is going to. Well, she is my wife and she's my front end developer, and I am the front end developer too at this time, even because I'm focusing on the entire website, not just the backend. The thing is that I value her opinion a lot, so because she does have more experience as a front end developer. Now, I'm going to say yes. Let's do that first. Let's create a partial just for the Bootstrap 5. Reading this, I quickly realized that the importation of the actual link must be included before all style sheets to load or CSS. Okay, fine. I don't really care too much about what this integrity attribute is doing here or the cross-origin attribute is doing here. I don't really care about that. Many of our components require the use of JavaScript to function, especially they require our own JavaScript plugins and Popper. Place one of following scripts near the end of your pages right before the closing body tag. Yeah, I think she's right actually, because all of this could be just a partial. Or a couple of partials because they belong to different sections of the page. Bundle. Include every Bootstrap JavaScript plugin and dependency with one of our two bundles. Okay. I wonder what this means. Let's see. There are just JavaScript files, so I guess one of the two bundles. I wonder why there is the option to get one or the other. I guess that this is not minified and this is the minified version. I'm not going to be moving this code anyway, so I guess the minified version will be better. Include popper for our tooltips and popovers. For more information about what's included in Bootstrap, please see our content section. Okay. So basically, I should include this in the end. I wonder what the example is actually doing here. Is the minified version actually that's the thing I will include. If you decide to go with separate script solution, popper must come first. And the Bootstrap JavaScript solution. Okay, popper must come first. But I may like to use a single JavaScript minify version. A single source will be optimal in my case. If you use a script type module, please refer to using Bootstrap as a module section. I wonder what this is actually. Maybe this is used for including certain parts of Bootstrap, not the entire thing. But we are using all Bootstrap anyway, so I'm not going to be doing this at the moment. There is a starter template. Let's see what the starter template includes. I'm going to use this in the head partial. And then this is the bundle with popper. So basically, these are the lines I'm going to be using. This one here. I am currently there. Wait, I am in the develop branch. I'm not even creating. Okay, never mind. I need to create. A migration. There we go. Let's create a migration branch. I do have the description text. I'm going to assign myself to it. And my wife to review me. And that's basically it. Let's get to work, I guess. I wonder if the copy button works here. On some pages, the copy button doesn't actually do anything. Let's see what happens in Windows. It seems like it copies something. There we go. Content delivery networks, you know. There we go. Let's save it. And that's the Bootstrap. This is the easy part because the head the head partial is already included inside any other view that actually needs it. So this just modify the CSS reference, and that's it. What else? I'm going to need to make a refactoring process for any other view. Let's see. Let's open index. And here's the issue. This is a static code. So, some pages differ on this section here. Yeah, she's right. She read this already. This is the reason I'm going to need a partial just for the bottom of the page, I guess. Okay, I see what happened here. So in the previous version, they were using jQuery, then they were using Popper, and then their own Bootstrap JavaScript. With the bundle, this is going to become a single line. And I do know that they're no longer using jQuery anymore. So that's what's going to happen, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit. What did I did here? Okay. Mhm. Update. There we go. And let's leave the header behind. And yeah, she's right. I should be creating a new partial for this because all of this entire section should become a partial because it's going to be repeated over and over again. And when the time comes to update to the new version of Bootstrap, I'm not going to be doing what I'm about to do now. And that is to replace this entire thing all over again. But maybe I don't need to. Let me see. Copy all this. And I wonder if I can just paste it here. There we go. Look at that. And I'm finding just 2 files with the same code. That doesn't make any sense. There should be more files with this code. It's not showing me the exact. Maybe the indentation is not the same. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe with some files tend to be found out with different indentation, and that may be the problem. That these spaces here are taken into consideration during the search. So probably if I do a regular expression search and I use more time to do this, maybe I could replace everything. But you know what? I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to grunt work my way in and do the replacement, and that's it. Because once this is done, I should only modify this file over here. I mean the partial file, and I don't need to repeat this word again ever. So let's do this. Optional JavaScript, I'm going to leave that one there. And this comment here too. Well, I'm going to remove this one then. jQuery first, then yeah, I'm going to remove that one. All of this is going to remove it. And I'm going to make a new file. And I'm going to save this as an include. I wonder if in the list there is the EGS file. I don't think so. No, just programming languages. Okay. How should I name this? Bootstrap, maybe. Bootstrap JavaScript, maybe. No, I know how. Wait. Go back. Optional JavaScript. Yeah, I should name that one. I wonder if that's descriptive enough. Let me see. For me, naming things is quite hard to do. Oh, never mind. Yeah, and I don't really like to omit or to or to use initials for stuff because tends to be harder to read in the future. I am refactoring right now, so I guess I'm going to leave this as is. And just take a look into the indentation here. Let's include it here. And I'm going to say optional JavaScript. And this should run pretty much the same. I wonder if the indentation is right. I don't think so. Oh my god. Are you for real, dude? Wait a minute. I want to change that for forever. Re-ident. There we go. I don't see how many lines. Oh, wait. Ding, 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 ding. Tab size. Thank you very much. Bingo. I wonder if people on the front end tend to ident using 4 spaces, because I think that's a lot, actually. But never mind. We are using 2 indentation system here, I believe. Yeah. Okay, 2 spaces. Never mind. Okay. So this should work pretty much the same. And yeah, seems to be working. Let's see. Oh, wait. It's not actually working. Oh, yeah, because the CSS is not actually working. Because I'm getting a different version on the header. So let's do some job here, some work. That's the CSS. This is I already modified this, but the footer seems to be the same. And I think this is the Bootstrap bundle minimize. There we go. Let's copy this one. And I believe that I only need one line here. And that's it. I think that's it. It's not working properly. There we go. Now we do have an issue there. And I don't think it's an issue of restarting the server. Obviously. So let's see what's going on there. I probably already have this working as it's supposed to be. But now maybe I need to do some changes. Let's see in the documentation. Okay, I wonder if there is some information about migrating. Okay, installation. Maybe I wonder if there is some migration. There we go. A migration section way back in the bottom. Okay, from 4 to 5. Task utilities, no really interested in that. JavaScript, restore offset option for drop down. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow, there are a lot of changes here now. There we go. Drop down menus now have a data vs popper static attribute set when positioning of the drop down is static, and another is data vs popper none when drop down is in the navbar. This is added by our JavaScript and help us use custom position styles without interfering with popper's positioning. Popper config can be passed. I guess that implies that I need to take a look into the code for the main navigation menu, because yeah, that may be working differently now. I think the JavaScript is not running properly, or may I say, the HTML document, the view is not actually working properly. Maybe I need to take a look into the fastest way to solve this will be taking a look into the main navigation partial and apply a new example there. I guess check out an example for a main navigation bar and use that as a base to refactor that one, I guess. Mm-hmm. They don't seem to be many changes, but this one in particular, I believe this is going to be one of those changes that indirectly breaks my code here. Because I'm not getting the behavior that I was expecting. Was basically there we go, not actually rendering anything properly here. Wait, why is this like that? Mm, it looks a little bit different. Okay, this one here. HR MT do MB5. This is the previous div, and there is an HR element over here. Yeah, this, and it looks the same here. I wonder what happened there. Some styles changed a little bit. Let's see what else changed. This is a good point to actually review the entire site. Let's see. Okay, the main menu is not working. I wonder if this had something to do. There we go. It's not working because the JavaScript is broken probably. Yeah, not doing anything. I wonder, let's see if... Okay, I'm not using jQuery anymore. Maybe that's an issue. And what else? Yeah, I think that's an issue. I need to refactor this main menu. Let's see an example. Not bars, there we go. So this is what I need. This is not happening. Okay, this is a navigation bar. Another div. I think that the classes being used, like this one, net toggler, and collapse it. I need to use that one, I guess. Okay, now let's get back a little bit and look for components, navigation bar, maybe? Not bar. There we go. I remind you that I know I don't really have that much experience with Bootstrap anyway, and on this specific version, I haven't worked on this one yet, so I guess I need to refactor the navigation bar. That's done. Okay, that's work in progress, I guess. What is the name of the file actually? Navigation, yes. Okay. That should be my first step. There's an example here. Actually, you know what? I could do something very useful here. Can I copy all this? Thank you. New window. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code property or ability. Let's save this in a different directory because wait, you have handlebars, but not EGS. Are you kidding me? Never mind that. I'm going to compare similar to a div, but Bootstrap does have this graphic user interface, which helps me a lot. I'm going to check out the example. There we go. Is this 4.4? There we go. Components. I'm looking for navigation bar, not bar. There we go. And there is an example here. I'm going to copy this to and to make a new file. Wait, this is 4. Why did I name this differently? Well, 441. Why not? And this should be renamed. There we go. Did it open a new window? No. Okay. Okay. This is a different window. There we go. There we go. So this is not Bootstrap 4. I think this is 5. My bad. And what I'm going to do is compare. I think it's right click maybe. Select for compare. And this, right click. Compare with selected. And there we go. This is a line by line comparison that allows me to read this way better. Okay, let's see the differences. Okay. I wonder which one is it. Let's close this one. Let's close this one. Okay. So Bootstrap 5 is on the left side, and the oldest one is on the right side. Actually, you know what? I did this wrong. Maybe I should choose the 4 first. Select for compare. And now, and 5 is compared with selected. There we go. So now, or the current version is on the left side, the new version is on the right side. So let's read this. Okay, line number 1 seems to be pretty much the same. That's the a nav tag, basically defining that this is going to be navigation, a navigation div, so to speak. It's semantics, not really functional. It seems like on line number 1, we may keep using the same static classes for aesthetic purposes. Line number 2, let me see, line number 2. On the new version, in the example, it's actually adding a container fluid class that should be, I do know what that is, so it should be basically just for aesthetic purposes yet. So it's new, but it doesn't really affect the behavior of JavaScript anyway. I don't think so. Let's see. There is a link to the navbar class. Okay, it's using the navbar class, navbar brand class with a link and the name of the company, I guess, navbar. Okay, that will be the logo. I already have that. That seems to be pretty much the same. Now here is an interesting thing. On line number 3 on Bootstrap 4, we got a difference there. There is a button that reads navbar toggler of type button. Okay, data type collapse, and that should be that attribute data toggle. I wonder. Yeah, that's the thing that changed. I can see it here. To manage the toggle on the button, we use an attribute called data toggle. And in the documentation I read about this class here, I guess these couple of classes are going to be replacing the old ones. Data, and I need to add BS to the name of the class in order for it to actually work. But that's what is not working, I guess. And I wonder if something else was modified. No. Data target, we need to add BS and to this in order to actually work. And the name of the class is different too. No. Navbar supported content. No, that seems to be just fine. Area controls. Area expanded. That's an area label. Area label is here. Area expanded force, area label seems to be the same. So basically, here in the button class, I need to add the BS section here between data and toggle keywords. So basically, I need to rename the attribute to that one. Maybe that should be part of the solution. Let's keep reading just to detect more differences. It doesn't seem to be too much of a difference. There is a list item over here. This is an unsorted list tag here with some differences. These are aesthetic differences yet, so it's not really that different. ME auto, I don't remember what ME means. Margin what? Margin bottom is MB. Margin E, I don't remember what ME is in Bootstrap. media object, maybe. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just copy the entire name of the class. There we go. And look for it like this. Wait, what? This is in what version I am working on? This is 5, I think. Yeah, this is 5. Okay. Columns, rendering, offsetting columns, margin utilities. There we go. This has to do with alignment. What is ME though? There we go. With the move to Flexbox in version 4, you can use margin utilities like ME Auto to force sibling columns away from one another. Oh, nice. So that's what it's going to do, basically. Okay, I wonder if I need that. Probably not. Let's take a look. Okay, so in version 5, it's using ME Auto. Maybe I should reveal the entire thing with this and call it a day, but I want to understand the code. More differences on line number 9. We got MR Auto. That should be margin right auto. It's been changed to ME Auto, I guess. Navbar nav, ME Auto. Margin button 2, margin button large 0. Okay, that's fine. So this means that unless we do have a large screen, it's going to keep the margin in the bottom at 0, and in any other size, it's going to put something below. Okay. Nav item. So we are getting some differences in the actual link, and that's going to be an issue, maybe. Let's see. There is a new thing after the nav link in line number 10 in version 5. We are getting nav link active area, and here we just getting. Oh, I see. So active is being removed from the list item and it's being moved into the actual link. In the link here. So that's something. So I need to actually refactor this because the added property is being added dynamically using the partial I created. So I need to move that refactor that code below. I need to actually open the navigation. Okay. Okay. What else? Okay. I guess the active property is going to work differently. That's what I'm seeing. Current area, current page. Okay, that I need to add that, I guess, as part of the solution. Area current and all the other. So all of this, I need to add all of this to my dynamic content on the partial for the navigation page. That's good to know. All of this is consequence of the moves from Bootstrap 4 to 5, and specifically from abandoning the old way of doing things with the JavaScript with Popper. Now they are separating the alignment from Popper and the alignment from Bootstrap themselves without interfering with Popper itself alignment system. Okay. What else do we have here? There is a new link down there. Let's see the difference. Okay, so the data BS toggle, I need to rename that class, that properties attribute here. I need to rename that one. And area, okay, so area hash pop-up is being completely removed. An expanded needs to be added here. Force. I'm not going to use that property yet anyway. I don't think so. What is this? What does it say? Let me see. Drop down. Oh, okay. I need to see that code running. I'm going to see the actual behavior just to understand what that attribute is supposed to be doing. It's been removed now, so okay. Is that I think that's the link for the actual toggle? Maybe no. And drop down menu. I think it's the actual button for the toggle. Maybe. So the entire navigation bar system is going to change. Okay. Drop down menu is no longer a div, but it's no longer a div. It's actually an unsorted list now with its own list items. So that's going to be refactor. I need to refactor that one too. There is a lot of work to do here now. Okay. What else? There is a form line over here. From that onward seems to be pretty much the same, but here there is a new class called the display flex. So they are using display flex for all of this, for the form inline margin y, that's up, top, and down, do and margin y large 0. So okay, so if I'm working with a large screen, it's going to be, there is not going to be any margin on top and bottom. In any other size, I'm going to require to have a margin of 2. Okay. Form inline. I don't remember what that does. Oh, I guess it puts the entire form into an inline as an inline component. That's it, I guess. And this form only contains a single button, an input of type search placeholder. Oh, this is just I'm not going to be using any of this anyway. It's good to know from the example, but I'm not using this on my end. This is a search chat box. So I'm not using this one. So, but it's good to know, but I'm not using that yet because I don't have searchable content yet. Oh, I run out of coffee. Just wait here. I'm not going to close the stream because I just going for my refill of coffee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Coffee, very important for me. Well, these are the main differences. So it is my guess that in order to see this working again, I need to do some refactoring on the navigation here. Okay, first step, according to the documentation from 5, would be migration. Thank you very much. Drop-down menus now have a database popper static attribute that when the positioning of the drop-down is static and None when the drop down is in the not bar. This is added by our JavaScript and help us use custom position styles without interfering with purpose positioning. So probably I need to put this one. Well, basically just rename this section here and that's it. Let's see. Let's try that one. So this is the navigation bar. I believe our data target and data toggle no longer exists in 5. I wonder if my memory is right. Let me see. Data BS toggle, data BS target. And there are a lot of any other changes there. There is a container fluid, but that doesn't really matter to me that much. What else? That's one change. Another big change is this one here. The actual content needs to be refactored into using an unsorted list rather than a generic div with links inside. Let me see if the JavaScript comes back to life, because that's what I'm concerned right now. No, doesn't work yet. Let me check out. Well, now it works. The JavaScript works. The styling is not working correctly because I haven't touched this yet. But at least I get my hamburger menu working again. That's great. So JavaScript is working properly now. There we go. Now, according to the documentation, okay, that's fine. For better placement, other than proper tooltips. Okay, but that's JavaScript. Utilities. Aspect ratio. Oh, nice. It's been renamed. To be consistent with other. Okay, just a rename. It works pretty much the same. Okay. Let me see. Extended the visually hidden. I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know how it works. Bootstrap utilities. Oh, nice. Okay. What the custom builds and stated form validation. I haven't used it yet, I think. I don't remember using that one. And these are changes from, oh wait, beta 1. Okay, I haven't read this. Okay, utilities rename, left and right bar to start and end. Oh my god, renaming. Floating left and floating right is now floating start. So left and right is going to be a start and end. That's basically it, I guess. For the other, oh my god. I guess. This is going to break stuff, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm not noticing right now, but I'm going to find out. This is going to break stuff, basically. Maybe I can just rename, but let's see. Breakpoint, specific variants. Text ND start replaces text ND left. Okay. So left and right are being renamed to start and end, respectively. Mixings on. Oh, please don't. Border left radius and border right radius too. Border start radius. Oh my god. More renaming. Variables. Well, this is for working with the SAS file, I guess. JavaScript data attributes for all JavaScript plugins are now namespace to help distinguish Bootstrap functionality from third parties and your own code, for example. Is there data total? Oh, okay. I did see that one before, so okay. SAS utilities, translate middle X, translate middle Y. Absolute positional elements, components, and alpha tree. Oh my god. You know what? I'm not going to deal with this right now. I'm going to keep moving forward and use the documentation to figure it out. because reading the patch notes from past versions is going to take quite a while. So let's try to fix this one here. Obviously, I do understand now why it's saying current here. That's been replaced by JavaScript. I need to refactor the entire, what? Oh my God, please don't tell me it's midday already. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to be cutting this transmission short right now. I need to do something else, but I'm going to be back later. Thank you for coming in.